For millennia, the Pyramids of Giza have stood as silent, impenetrable monuments to a lost age. But what if their greatest secret lies not above the sand, but deep beneath it? Whispers persist of a hidden repository, a library built by the gods themselves, the mythical Hall of Records. The Hall of Records is a concept rooted not in ancient Egyptian tradition, but in 20th century American psychic lore, specifically Edgar Cayce. Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet, prophesied that Atlantean knowledge, saved from catastrophe, was sealed beneath the Sphinx, waiting for discovery. It makes for great science fiction, absolutely. But to be clear, it is most definitely not science fact. We have zero textual evidence. Despite officialism, the hunt for the Hall never stopped. And in 2022, revolutionary technology delivered a stunning claim. Using satellite radar, they pierced the solid bedrock beneath the Khafre Pyramid. What they found was staggering. The data suggested vast, mysterious cylindrical objects descending more than 2,000 feet into the Earth. Were these natural formations or something engineered? This isn't just a tomb. This is evidence of a vast, undiscovered Mecca. The sheer scale suggests the Hall of Records, holding history we can't even imagine. This speculative claim instantly triggered an international row. Could Giza be hiding a chamber that rewrites human history? I base my work on hard facts and data. I am usually wary of these pseudoscience claims. Cylinders 2,000 feet down? That is extraordinary. For many academics, the Hall of Records is linked to a history that is purely fictional. It belongs alongside the lost continent of Atlantis. There's no such thing as the Hall of Records. It's like Atlantis, invented by Plato 2,000 years ago. Wonderful story, zero evidence. But if the claims are true, why have Egyptian texts never mentioned a secret vault of this magnitude? No ancient archaeological, artistic, or literary evidence exists to support such a claim. Calling this complete and utter nonsense is actually quite charitable. The focus soon turned to the individuals behind the radar findings, Corrado Malanga and Filippo Biondi. Their claims rested on remote satellite scanning. Traditional archaeologists rely on shovels. We used advanced physics. They simply cannot comprehend the technology that delivered this proof.
Our scientific focus needed elsewhere, such as on surviving.
But questions arose regarding their credentials. Were these findings from reputable institutions like the University of Pisa and Strathclyde, as claimed? I am suspicious of people who claim affiliations they don't have. Until this is verified by experts, it is pseudoscience and conspiracy theory. The situation grew more complicated. One of the researchers, Malanga, was identified as a known ufologist, often appearing on fringe broadcasts.
There's no such thing as the Hall of Records. It's like evidence.
The establishment dismisses anyone who doesn't adhere to their accepted narrative. If you seek truth outside their ivory towers, you are labeled a fringe one. But in Egypt, there is one voice that carries definitive weight against claims of unmineralized discovery: Dr. Zahi Hawass.
All this information is completely wrong. It is fake news from a group of amateurs. We gave no permission to anyone to work inside the second pyramid.
The key issue was methodology. The alleged radar scans lacked validation. They were never submitted to the rigorous gauntlet of peer review. They used techniques that are not approved nor validated. The details announced would never have been seen by using this technique correctly. If radar is unreliable, what technology can peer into the colossal heart of the pyramids without moving a single stone? The ScanPyramids project employed cosmic particles known as muons. These tiny, harmless subatomic particles allow us to effectively X-ray the pyramid. It was this technique, validated and approved, that successfully located the Great Void, a massive, previously unknown space within the Great Pyramid. We know that voids exist. We should focus our efforts on following up on these muon-verified discoveries, not on fictional chambers 2,000 feet down. But the Hall of Records is more than just a historical claim. It represents the hope that humanity has lost wisdom, knowledge of forgotten technologies, perhaps even celestial origins. How else do you explain the architectural impossibility of the pyramids? The Hall of Records must contain the manuals, the blueprints, left by those who helped build them. The enduring nature of the myth reveals a deep human desire to find the answer to our origins, and that desire can overpower scientific scrutiny. The true records of the Egyptians exist in their temple libraries, in the tombs, in the papyri, the oldest of which detail the daily lives of the pyramid builders. While one group was discredited, other muon scans confirmed a thermal anomaly at the base of the Great Pyramid, suggesting another hidden space. The fact that even approved methods find anomalies proves Giza is not fully explored. Why is the establishment so afraid of what lies beneath the Sphinx? But the vast, 2,000-foot deep cylindrical structures remain the ultimate challenge to accepted geology. If not a library, what caused these anomalies? When amateurs use unapproved techniques and publish without verification, they erode public trust in true scientific discovery. We must reject their claims. Could the truth be that the Hall of Records is not a single sealed chamber, but the entire Giza Plateau itself, a testament to unparalleled ancient engineering? They found complex underground water systems. They found hidden shafts. They found voids. Every discovery pushes back on the official timeline. The hall must exist to explain it all. The simple fact remains, there is no basis in history or reliable archaeology to support the myth of the Hall of Records. We cannot compare verifiable reality to speculative fantasy. The scientists have delivered their verdict.
The Hall of Records is a powerful fantasy, perpetuated by flawed data and wishful thinking.
But what if the data, though misused by amateurs, revealed something truly incomprehensible? What if the cylindrical anomalies are real? Those deep shafts suggest not a storage room, but a time capsule, a monument designed to survive the cataclysms that history has already erased. Even as academics dismiss the myth, the technology to penetrate Giza's secrets is advancing every day. The plateau is a living mystery. We must respect the ancient builders. Their records are valuable precisely because they are real, not because they satisfy a modern fantasy about lost civilizations. But the defining question remains: if human history is incomplete, if there are gaps in our knowledge of the ancient world, where else would a civilization hide the secrets of its demise? The Hall of Records is the sealed chamber of our collective memory. We are living in amnesia until we find it. True scientific discovery requires verification, yet the pull of the unverified possibility remains irresistible. We will continue to protect Giza from this speculation. The ancient builders deserve respect, not fabricated stories of Atlantean texts. Is the legend of the Hall of Records sustained by genuine evidence, or by the powerful inherent need to believe that we are not alone in our past? They can deny the Hall of Records all they want, but the Earth doesn't lie. The cylinders are real. The final lock remains to be broken. The verdict from science is definitive, but the mystery of what truly lies 2,000 feet beneath the Giza Plateau, that remains unwritten. Could humanity be sitting on the blueprints of its own forgotten genesis? Or is the greatest proof of our past simply the dust we refuse to examine? The establishment fears the truth because it means their version of history collapses. We require intellectual discipline. Fantasy may drive clicks, but it doesn't move science forward. The radar data remains unpublished, the claims unsupported. The phantom cylinders recede back into the bedrock of myth. Time is on our side. Eventually, the technology will emerge that proves the psychic was right. Let us focus on the thousands of tombs and monuments we know exist. That is the true record of ancient Egypt. The paradox remains. Science has debunked the Hall of Records, yet every discovery, every void, every anomaly fuels the hope that perhaps the scientists are wrong. Is the final, greatest secret of the pharaohs still waiting, sealed deep beneath the sands?